Welcome! In this video, we're going to do an unboxing of Deep Rock Galactic Danger Darkness Dwarves Deluxe 2nd Edition. Down at the table, we have this massive box for this Deluxe Edition. So published by Mood Publishing. And taking a look on the back here, we can see Rock and Stone, 1 to 4 player co-op action cave crawler based on the popular video game Deep Rock Galactic. Great news, miners. We're sending you down into the caves of Hoxus 4, a planet of untold riches, priceless fossils, and mysterious surprises. Won't be a cakewalk. However, the caves of Hoxus are inhabited by untold legions of the most ferocious aliens this side of Alpha Centauri. And as if that wasn't enough, the very planet itself seems to conspire against our efforts. You'll need to stay on your toes if you intend to get through this with your limbs and team intact. But management assures me it will all be worth it if you survive. Good luck down there. So we're just going to go ahead and jump into seeing what's in here. Slide this off. So right on top we have our Deluxe Rulebook and Mission Book. So blank on the back, fairly thick, 47 pages, easily forgotten rules. Got an index and a letter from management, of course. Ages 12 and up, 60 to 150 minutes, 1 to 4 players. Going over our components, which we'll jump into in a bit. An overview of the game, map setup, missions, player setup. So lots of nice details. And going into each of our actions: moving, attacking, pickaxe, throwing, overclock secondary weapons, resupply, exchanges, assist, play Rock and Stone cards for free, weapon effects die results. Got some upgrades, what you can do in the event phase, and then the end of the game. Then going over our dwarves, the variants, solo mode, deep dive, alternative primary weapons, and credits with some nice beards on these people. Selected throwables. So nice charts for everything, creature lists, turn summary for solo mode. If I can get that without the light glaring off. All right, so that's our rule book. And then our missions. Let's see, 35 pages worth. So it looks like we've got 14 different missions, and then you can design your own in the back. So of course they're just going to let you know your mission, objectives, special events, and how to lay out the mat. And looks like the enemies that's going to be on that. Then jumping into our tokens and map pieces. Move that off to the side. All right, so we've got our map pieces and fairly nice card stock. And they push out nice and easily. I guess before I push out the rest, we'll look at front and back. Looking at the different pieces. Got some ammo tokens down here for a primary and secondary, and then just some other tokens and single space tiles. So front and back of that one, and some other map tiles. And some smaller counters or reminders. More tiles and terrain. Alright, some of our weapons. Thunderhead Heavy AC, the Breach Cutter, Deep Core, GK2 Assault Rifle, and a Cryo Cannon. And then we go to our player board. Get this laid out. So up top, got a spot for some cards, and then just placing everything out on the board and a track down at the bottom. Very nice. Nice and textured. And sliding this back in, we have our character board. So these are dual layered, so things will stay in place. Got our engineer, spot for his primary weapon, secondary weapon, ammo, health, and ammo there. Very nice. So that's the engineer. And we have the driller. It's got a flamethrower. The scout has the classic rifle, and the gunner, the powered minigun. And then for storing everything, we've got custom dice with a custom dice bag. So here's a better look at the dice that will more than likely be betraying me later. And these are going to be our minerals, some acrylic tokens. And not in a 6-sided die. It's the Swarm Threat token. And here, got some more minerals to go with those. And maybe I'll throw them in that spot. And our Christmas cubes that are going to be our health and damage markers. And we'll go ahead and start looking at the cards here before we start digging underneath. So here we've got some event cards and rockstone cards. So our events, just a lot of artwork, mission-specific events. See, they're all going to be that. They're closing in. I hate bugs. True story. Grunts everywhere. Not again. More grunts. They go boom. Don't go too close. Stop spitting. I said stop spitting. So just a whole bunch of different things. Bugs, bugs, bugs to make our life harder. Loot, sweet spot, crack in the floor, nearly got me. Sticky spitter, ouch. There's a pebble in my boot, and some fast critters. And then our rock stone cards, lock and load, nothing will stop us. Unbreakable for Carl, we rock. Rock and stone forever, and we're rich. Hello, Steve. And our next batch. All right, we've got a few more rock and stone cards, some throwables, some swarms, creature cards, some more weapons, supply pods, and player aids. So love player aids. So going over our actions, move, attack, so everything we saw in the rule book. Always good to have those. Finish up our rock and stone cards. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. If you don't rock and stone, you ain't coming home. Alright. Some of the baddies. Boom bugs. Slice and dice. What's a sound? They got protection. And the bugs themselves, these are dual-sided, so we've got a warden, oppressor, one of them, spitball infector, the brood nexus, slasher, spawn, exploder, web spitters, and grunts. Then on the other side, I guess going over their effects. Things we can throw. Some grenades of different types. Axes, more grenades. We like throwing grenades, bombs. Alright, some supply pods. Get some more ammo and things. And our weapons. So I guess a normal side, and we've worked them too hard, overclocked. So jury-rigged broomstick, the twin SMGs, heavy revolver, plasma igniter, semi-automatic, plasma charger, burst fire gun, a stubby SMG, and our version of a shotgun. So that's everything in our top row. Take that out. And we get to our minis. Okay, we'll get this out of the way. See if I pull this up without dropping it. Got some terrain. Taking a closer look at that. And I'm guessing these are the grunts. And slashers. Exploders. If I get any of these wrong, that's just because haven't played it. Some spawns. It looks like a web spitter. And on to our next tray. Yep, found the bottom of the box. All right. A brood nexus. That's what I'm going with. Looks like we've got two of those. And see if this guy wants to come out. I think that's the thing I couldn't pronounce. Praetorian. There we go. Right, I'm back in there. I actually think that one is the oppressor. Try to get these cards lined up. Brood Nexus. I think this is the Praetorian. These These look to be like spitball infectors. From the previous tray, I think I left out the spawns. Now I just need to find the warden somewhere. And here I found the warden hiding out. Oh well, we're going into whatever this thing is. Comes with a lid. Very cool. Yes, some other minis that we'll need for scenario specific items. If I can get it out. Potential weapon. A thingamajig, that's the best I got. And then on to our drawers. So the gunner. Yep, that looks like a nice gunner. And our scout. The driller. And lastly, the engineer, pointing us towards danger. So that is everything in the Deep Rock Galactic Deluxe Edition. As always, hope you enjoyed this unboxing. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.